Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have here Joseph Reiben. Is that correctly?
That is correct. Yes.
CEO of Mandala Exchange, as well as regulatory business and tax attorney. Welcome to the show.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me. Appreciate
Absolutely, man. Greatly appreciate you coming on. So if you can, just give us a little bit about yourself, maybe a little bit more background about yourself and exactly what is the Mandala Exchange.
Sure. I guess we'll start with myself. I jumped into the crypto space in 2014, 2015 as a trader first, then as a legal professional. Started my own law firm in Denver, Colorado, focusing on, like you said, business and tax structuring for startups, especially in the crypto space, as well as regulatory and compliance. Making sure everything was done correctly so these businesses would thrive and survive, a lot of the ICO fads that we saw in 2016, 2017, yes, as well as the subsequent attack on them by regulatory bodies now, which I think we'll get into that. It's a little overreaching, but, we build companies to be able to withstand that. I started out working with these companies and building them up, doing anything from business and tax structuring, which was, drafting their operating agreements, drafting privacy policies, terms and conditions for them, a lot of contractual work as well, and licensing for their technology as well as for their employees, bringing them in. And, that kind of built to a business where I've worked with about 50 or so blockchain companies globally at this point, before I, transitioned over to Mandala. And actually transitioned into Mandala as well. I was hired as outside counsel for Mandala originally from the first iteration of the company. There were two other owners, and my law firm was contacted by them to work on a business sense with them, and I did. Once those owners kind of left the project for dead, we revived it because we figured that the thousands of ICO users or ICO purchasers, token holders that were basically disenfranchised by the founders kind of leaving the project for dead, we wouldn't let that happen. So a group of us, kind of picked up the project, revived it along with our community, brought it to Binance Cloud with the connections we had in the industry. And now we are the first independently owned and operated and first to launch ever project on Binance Cloud. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary as an exchange. Awesome. Really proud of that. Awesome. We did about 2.3 billion in volume our first year. We had about 55,000 users our first year that we acquired. And, we're just very proud of what we've built. Now we have a nice thriving company with about 15 or so independent contractors and employees. And we're really building out and excited to bring you some of the stuff that we'll talk about for, 2022.
Absolutely amazing, bro. Awesome stuff, man. So the next question is, what excites you most about digital assets as a whole?
Gosh, probably just like everybody else, the flexibility and variety of use cases with digital assets. That's what got me into the industry in the first place. Mm-hmm. I started as a trader, right? I learned about these background of these projects. I learned about what they were doing because I kind of wanted to be unlike some people in the industry now. And that's where our educational piece will come in to educate this, not investors, but token holders in this asset class. Yes. I wanted to be educated on what I was putting my money into. So I saw the, unlimited possibilities for the use cases of blockchain technology, and, parlayed that into my personal investments and tokens that I hold. And the way I see this space building out right now with NFTs, with which I think of as not just collectibles, of course, but smart contracts 2.0, really. That's what I call them. They're proof of ownership. You can do branding, marketing. You can own assets with them and show immutable proof on blockchain. I mean, such a cool area there, as well as decentralized finance. I do think, unfortunately, that the industry from the decentralized side is going to come under some regulatory scrutiny in the next few years here as agencies catch up to, what's the great technology that's being produced. But I do think so long as it's sensible and not overreaching, it will allow for people to really take control of, in even more ways, of their own banking and their own wealth. Right. And I believe that, we can work hand in hand to, build this great asset class up and, develop the unlimited use case potential for it.
Absolutely. Epic stuff, man. So any plans on institutional investments?
On our side, we do have some international LLCs and small businesses that do invest in token, do purchase a token, right? For us, we want to remain independent, right? Our our motto is never trade on an island. That's one of our, sayings. And we want the retail trader as well as the institutional trader to feel like they're getting the same amount of service, same amount of support on our exchange. So we will welcome, obviously, if they would like to buy a large amount of our MDX token, which is our native token, and either, trade it, lock it up for rebates, or use it for some of the other functionality that, we'll talk about in here.
Yeah.
But it's not our primary focus. It is one of our foci, right? We want to bring in traders of all levels. So, we would welcome it, right? But we're not primarily focused on that.
Okay.
Exchange.
Sweet. And then as far as the pairs are concerned, if Binance removes a pair from their exchange, does that then have the same effect on Mandala Exchange also?
That's correct. Yes. So Mandala has all the Binance pairs, right? That's one of the things that we signed up for with Binance Cloud, and one of the things we love, along with the safety, the legal structure for Binance. We can operate in the countries they operate in, as well as the liquidity, order books, book depth. Obviously, second to none in this industry. So that's why we, took the leap and signed up with them. However, if they do delist a pair, Mandala does have the option to do an exclusive listing, right? And bring them back on under the Mandala banner. We are working on our own exclusive listings as well. We're about to drop one in the next few weeks here. It's going to be a big one. That's all I can tell you. And it is a top 500 token. And it's one that Binance currently does not have listed. Now, we do pick and choose our listings. I'm just going to go into this a little bit with a lot of care, right? We analyze a ton of projects that have come to us. We probably have a 30 or 40 project backlog right now. And we look at the volume, the user base, the how active they are on their socials, kind of everything you'd look for in a in a project to list anyway, right?
Right.
Are they doing well? Are they known? Are they marketing properly? All those good things.
Right.
And we can do our own exclusive listings. So just because a pair drops off Binance does not mean that we have to shut it off, but we would have to flip it into an exclusive Mandala listing and reset up the market maker, reset up the liquidity for it on our end.
Okay, sweet. So what does the typical day at Mandala look like for you?
No sleep. No, no, it's crypto, right? It's 24/7.
Yeah.
Get up early in the morning. Real early, probably 6 or 7. Get in front of my computer by 8 or 9 after I hit the gym. I always like to get, be healthy, get a workout in the morning. Yeah. It helps you with the rest of your day, of course.
So much.
Settle in meetings with third-party partners, as well as team meetings 2 or 3 times a week, whether that be with marketing, with our biz dev, with our board. It's just, it's nonstop.
Right.
And just, building out contracts, building out these partnerships, making sure our ducks are in a row to launch a marketing campaign or a biz dev campaign, and then interacting with the community. I find that to be very important because we like to hear what our community has to say. And I think that's lacking on a lot of major, just a lot of major exchanges because these CEOs and C-level people get a little too big for their britches. I think remaining humble and taking an hour every day or so to interact with the community is they're the backbone of our business at the end of the day. Yeah. So I like to definitely find out what's going on, read the pulse of the community, and see if I can help, if I can offer help, if I can offer some answers. Obviously, nothing that's under NDA or nothing that's legally protected, but just general answers. If somebody's lost, I'll help direct them around with our community managers. Right. And we want to provide that service. We do that until about 6 or 7 at night, have a little team recap meeting in Discord or Telegram for the day. And then, conk out, honestly. Yeah.
Then it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, crash.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a lot of brain power, right? Because I also function as part of the legal counsel for this project as well. Because, when we stepped back into our roles to revitalize this company, we rebuilt it from the ground up. And I stepped into the CEO position, but I also still function, do a lot of the legal functions for the company. So I'm wearing a lot of different hats here. Yeah. So it's busy. Let's put it that way.
That's awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff. So what other, outside of Mandala, what other projects excite you?
The rise of the NFT marketplaces that are building out with multi-chain, accessibility where people can really purchase and people can govern what goes in these marketplaces through governance tokens. There are some really cool ones that are launching here, in the near future. Bloom is going to be one of them. It's set up to really be a nice alternative to OpenSea. There's also AR and virtual reality worlds and metaverses that are being really built out and really, commoditized, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I like the ones that are not only commoditized and are pushing branding and optimizing, marketing and, basically global reach for a lot of these markets that or a lot of these brands that are maybe smaller to mid-sized brands and can't get out of their region for whatever reason. But I also like the accessibility. Metaverse is going to become, it already has really become the new web, and people just able to connect through it, right? So what I am worried about and cautioned about, the lack of interaction between people, of course, in a physical sense. I don't want there to be a whole lost generation or two where they're just sitting in the metaverse and not still going out and interacting. There's a lot of value to that, right? Of course, we know that. But, and I love meeting people face to face. So please don't sit in the metaverse 24 hours a day.
Absolutely.
But I do see it as a new tool to connect, right? So long as it's not corrupted by big companies that want to take over and, basically control everything. And yes, Facebook, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. Absolutely, bro. And then also, so you can get into this, the MDX Utility and a little bit about their staking.
Sure. Okay. So MDX Utility right now, it is a utility token. The primary functionality for MDX is locking it on the exchange, earning rebates and referrals back for trading, just like any other token. We have a really great fee structure for the token lock, and it's relatively inexpensive to get your fees all the way down to 0.065% per trade, really low in the industry, and our base fee is 0.1%. We have just introduced Mandala Madness, which is also a really cool feature where if you lock up a minimum of 1,000 MDX tokens, you're going to get one lotto entry or one entry per 1,000 tokens locked up into Mandala Madness, which is basically 0.005% of our volume each month we're giving back to our user base in the form of 3 winners. So it's a nice competition. Basically right now, 1,000 MDX costs between 70 and 80 bucks. We're sitting at about 7 to 8 cents. With that entry, you have a chance to win. Last few months, it's been about $15,000 to $18,000 that we're splitting into 3 prizes. So we're launching that in January. We're giving that back as a gift to our users to show our gratitude, and we're going to be running that indefinitely. So every month you're going to have a chance to win. We pick 3 users. So small and large users obviously have a chance. It's not equal, right? Of course, because somebody that has hundreds of thousands of tokens is going to have a better chance, just like if you buy hundreds of thousands of lotto tickets versus one ticket. But everybody does have a chance, which is what we're trying to do and get the smaller user more energized. With that, we're also lowering our rebate structure in terms of how many tokens you need to have locked to start earning those rebates. So we've dropped that dramatically. So the smaller user can also earn a little bit of rebates on their trading if they're active traders. Yep. Outside of that, we are for Q1, we are looking at and trying to implement more bots on our exchange. We have Crypto Hero currently implemented. We're looking at 4 or 5 other bot companies, and we're in some sort of negotiations or development with them. And we're going to be proud to launch that. We've just launched a fiat on-ramp with Indacoin as our partner, where you can purchase Mandala and bring it onto the exchange through fiat. We are also launching, it's a lot that we're doing. We're partnered with Accointing. Accointing. They have a really cool and innovative tax and accounting software.
Oh, that's awesome right there.
Yeah. So you don't have a headache at the end of the year, right? So we're launching that in the next week or 2. We're going to have some cross promotional videos for that. And it even features a cool slider where it'll tell you the taxable implications of every trade you make if you put it in there. So it's really cool software. Along with helping you set up and do your accounting by yourself and your tax prep by yourself. Outside of that, we're building out a bridge that is going to feature staking, liquidity farming, yield farming, liquidity providing, and a host of other, features as we move along that are, basically akin to a lot of the BSC features and a lot of the more DeFi features that are, standard for larger exchanges. We had to do a little bit of making sure that we could be compliant by doing that and stay compliant as a utility token. We figured out that how we can do that and we bring it to our user base. So we're really excited for that. And that's going to be coming down the pipeline in the next few months as well. So, I mean, just off the top of our head, as well as of course, our exclusive token listings to bring other communities in and really engage, traders of all levels. So that's just off the top of my head. There's so much we're working on. It's really exciting. Oh, I almost forgot education. We're building out an educational platform with Blockchain Academy because I touched on that before. It's going to feature a lot of Blockchain Academy's info on both blockchain and cryptocurrency and classes so that we have an educated user base, as well as bringing in content creators of our own. It's going to be great. And it's going to be it's cool. It's very much like a Facebook type platform in layout and structure, easy to find, or like a YouTube type platform. Easy to find us, easy to find the videos you want. And they're all going to be categorized horizontally and vertically integrated so that you can earn degrees. You can earn like your diploma through it. And we're going to call it Mandala University. So we're really excited for that.
Okay. Now my mouth is salivating with FOMO right now.
Hey, we're trying to build out, that's the beauty of being in this industry for a while. Everyone we have on our board and in a position, C-level position, has been in this industry for years. I mean, I've been in since 2015. Our CTO has been in since 2010. My dad, as our CFO, has also been in with me since 2015.
Dad.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He loves it. He loves it. He's just turned 72 on the 2nd. So happy birthday, Dad.
Awesome.
And, I talk to him every day. He's great. And he's a lot of fun to work with. He likes to go to conferences and call himself the oldest G in crypto. And I love it. He's hilarious. But he's just a great guy, brilliant. Switched over from the M&A world from like Fortune 100, Fortune 200 companies for 45 years and decided to take on this role instead of retiring. Sorry, Dad. I wasn't going to let him retire. And
it probably revitalizes him.
It does. It's awesome. And it's a pleasure to work with family and, all our other independent contractors and employees too. They've been in this industry for years. So it helps us when we develop out these deliverables that we really know what we're targeting, what we know what we want. And we're not just throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks. Right.
Absolutely. So, well, man, I greatly appreciate you coming on my show, and hopefully we can do this
absolutely
time. Is there anything else you want to share before we let you go?
I do, yeah. I'll just do a shameless plug here. We have really vibrant Discord and Telegram communities. Please come join us. It's the official Mandala Exchange on Telegram, and then at Mandala EX on Discord. You can find us. We also have, you can hit up our website. It's mandala.exchange. It's up on the background here.
Cool.
Make sure that you go through all the drop downs and kind of learn what the project's about. We have a really great layout of who we are and what we're about on there. We're all about transparency. We're all about, bringing you guys a great product and knowing who we are. So please feel free to reach out, and you can find me on our socials almost every day.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I'll leave a link for you guys to be able to go directly to the exchange and check it out. Well, man,
thank you.
Once again, man, greatly appreciate you so much for coming on the show. Hopefully we can get back again sometime.
Absolutely. That'll be great. I would love that.
Thank you, man. You have a good one.
Thanks. Have a good day.
You too.
Cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We saying by the swift, keep it walking. Respect your elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.